But it's Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video I'm going to answer a question which quite a few of you have actually asked, and that is, how do you make your fans react to both your CPU temperature and also potentially your GPU temperature? Now, as we all know, when you're playing games, in general your CPU is pretty much a bit of a slouch and your GPU is doing all of the work, processing all of those frames. So how do you get it so that your fans will actually react to your CPU when the CPU is under load, or react to the GPU when the GPU is under load? Now, it's actually quite an easy thing to do, especially if you use the program we're using here, which is called Fan Control, and this is currently on version 2.6.8, as you can see there in the top corner. And if you want a dedicated video on how to set this up for your own PC, then there is one already on the channel, which I'll link in the video description. Or alternatively, if you'd like me to do an updated version from scratch, from the very beginning, for all the fans in my computer, then let me know in that comments section and I will try and make that happen for you. But in the meantime, let's get on and actually add this feature to Fan Control. So as you can see at the moment, we've got our various controls or settings up here. So we've got a setting for our radiator fans on our AIO. We've also got the bottom GPU bracket. So on this particular case, there's a lower section where you can add fans which are just below the graphics card. So for keeping your GPU cool, it's perfect. We've got the front fans, which you'd find in pretty much all cases. And also we've got the AIO pump settings. So those are all absolutely fine. They work as they are at the moment, but at the moment, they all react based on what the CPU is doing, not the GPU. Now you can choose to have it specifically for one or the other. So if you want to have it react purely to the GPU and the fans not do anything when the CPU is running, that's a little bit of a wasted opportunity for keeping your system cool, in my opinion. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new section, which is called Mix. So if we go down to this plus icon here, click on there, and at the bottom on this side, in our custom sensors section, we've got the Mix option. So we'll click on Mix, and this will give us a custom sensor. So we can design this however we want to. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this so I know exactly what it is. So we'll call this Mix CPU and GPU. So that makes sense. We know exactly what it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to add sensors. So if we go through our list of sensors, the first one we want is going to be our basically maximum core on our Intel Core Ultra 7 265K. So that is going to be one of the sensors. And like I've said already, we actually do want to record what is going on with our GPU as well. So if we click on Add Sensor, and now we scroll down through our list to see which other sensors the system is detecting, we've got some options here. So we've got our GPU core, we've got our GPU memory, and also we've got our GPU hotspot. Now obviously you can do this however you want to. I'm going to base it on the hotspot because that is the one that generally gets the warmest in my experience on my particular GPU. But of course you can change it to however you see fit, or if you want to, you can actually add all of them. But for this video and for simplicity, I'm just going to add the hotspot. So now if we look in our Mix CPU and GPU, we can see that our sensors that are being detected are our processor and also our graphics card. So now we want to work out what do we actually want the fans to do. So do we want to take an average between the two? That could work. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for the max. So whichever one of these is the highest temperature will become the maximum. So as you can see at the moment, the GPU is running at 49 degrees Celsius, the CPU is at 42. So as you can see currently, the GPU is highlighted because that is the one which is essentially going to be taking precedence or be the primary source. Basically, the hottest one is going to take precedent. If you want to, you can choose whichever one is the coolest, so the minimum, or a sum of the two together, or you can subtract them. I think personally, average or max is your best bet, but again, you do whatever you want to do. So that's fine. We've got that locked in. So that is our mixed sensor. So now we've actually set this up. We now need to apply this sensor to one of our fan curves. So in order to do that, go to the curve section here. So currently we've got our CPU graph So that is our CPU curve. We've got our GPU fan curve, or GPU fans that are at the bottom, not the GPU itself. And we've got our AIO. So this is actually, as you can see, GPU fan speed. If we look up at the top, our bottom GPU bracket is using that curve, GPU fan speed. So what we want to do now is to change our temperature source. So we click on this arrow here and then scroll all the way down to the bottom. We should find a new sensor, which is called the mix. So CPU and GPU mix. So if we click on that one, so now the GPU fans, or the fans below the GPU, I should say, to clarify, are now using a temperature source of both the CPU and the GPU at the same time. So if the CPU is under heavy load, the fans will still ramp up. If the GPU is under heavy load, the fans will still ramp up. I think this is a really good way of doing it. And of course, if you want to, you can apply this to all the other fans in your system, should you wish to. The choice is entirely up to you. I would suggest playing around with it a little bit and see how you get on. But that is, I think, pretty much it. If you need this explained in any more detail, you're more than welcome to head over to our Discord and you can screen share or whatever, and I'll try and go through it with you. But I think for most people, it's going to be relatively straightforward. Again, if it isn't, let us know in that comments section below. I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.